Hello everyone! Welcome to the Spire of Sorcery
We were
development
told to be
stream.
more energetic, so I'm gonna let Rita speak.
Oh my... Sergei is just being... Wake up!
Is it the lunch day?
Yes, it's 14th of November.
It doesn't even work anymore. Like lunch, whatever, lunch and I don't care.
Yes.
Anyway, we are 2 weeks away from the lunch date, and we really would like to get some sleep and
Yes.
maybe think about something other than the endless list of things that we have to do before we ship.
Plus in Lithuania we had a time change. I don't know if you have this in your country, but our clock just moved a
Somewhere.
bit
Just
further.
somewhere. It just like moved out of the room.
No, we got an extra hour, basically.
So
Basically.
yes, so now I'm able to
Daylight.
get up at 5 instead of 6. Good.
Yes. So,
Anyway,
how are you doing?
fuck.
Sergei's doing fine. He gets
I
enough
am
sleep. He's
Very
not...
well, very well. I am full of energy. I'm like
Yes.
a Red Bull,
Yes.
a human Red Bull.
So am I. So today we're gonna talk about like a general
Present you the
overview
game.
over the game. Yes, because so many things have changed, and just so you're not confused, we're gonna show you a little bit of a general run through. We have different languages.
It sounded pretty good when we planned it, and then
Yeah.
now that we started to present, we realized that we're kind of falling asleep.
Okay, so we're just gonna start the game. We have a new game, and the first thing that it has changed a lot is our mage, right?
We updated the storyline. You can go to the forums and look up the new updated storyline. And as the mage is now of the same age as the rest of the team,
Yep.
we have changed the portrait. You're now able to generate differently looking character. She was good. With like,
I'll try to skip. I'll try to generate a little bit slower.
we'll fix a little bit the visuals so
yeah.
you'll see more of the character. And in the future, in the bright future, following the early access launch, blah, 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 you should be able to export your own character out of the character generator.
Ooh, that's
and
awesome.
import it into...
Oh, look at her. She's like the red
and the
woman
name, and
from...
Melina. Let's
Yes.
look at the... Oh, she's interested in a lot of things. Oh, and she's really good at social media, of course.
Yes.
With the red hair like this. Anyway.
So you can either be a dude, either be a gal. So we were looking at all these pretty gals, and then we're gonna look at our men.
Oh, what's the problem with the mustache?
Farcole?
He's got...
Farcole?
Yes, he's got great teeth and
Yes.
Oh, the mustache man. Well,
Don't worry, we'll get... Oh, there you go. Rhaegar.
There you go.
Rhaegar the mustache.
but look. He's confused. He likes and doesn't like. He likes and doesn't like. He
We'll
likes
come
and
back to
doesn't
those
like.
later on. So this is our... you get to change your mage, generate him, look at his stats, and look at his...
Oh,
Kitol.
and he's good the alchemy
Oh,
and
yeah.
battle magic.
Perfect.
I would take this guy. Take the bearded guy.
So now we're gonna quickly switch to our faces again, if you may,
If you
because
may.
we're gonna talk about our hopes and
may.
aspirations while we
You reboot the game. Anyway,
we will.
our hopes and aspirations are like this. Now, we want to introduce the game because the game keeps changing every month.
Yeah.
And we thought it's a good time to remind you of what the game is all about. Now, when we started a couple of months ago with streaming the actual gameplay, we had a lot of simple survival mechanics that looked like they are the main essence of the game.
Mm-hmm.
But in fact, we realized that was wrong and that we lost the vision behind all those little survival mechanics. And so we've moved to see the events of the game as the main meat, and then the main quest of the game as the main goal, and then everything else is just complementary to allow you to achieve that. So we have changed the food mechanic from being a penalty to being a bonus, and the same across the whole thing. Simplified diseases, simplified injuries, simplified
To simplify
poisons.
everything and make it understandable finally.
Yes, simplifying is a good thing actually.
Yeah.
because we simplify in order to, let me just switch off our faces here.
Yeah, so we don't
we don't
hide half of
obscure.
the screen.
Yep.
So
So
there you go.
simplification means that we'd like to have a game made out of a lot of different simple mechanics that interact with each other and create a funny experience, as
So-
opposed to creating some complicated thing.
Right now,
Blah
you
blah
see
blah blah
our...
blah 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 blah
This
blah.
is the intro.
That
This
was the intro.
The intro. Where can people read it properly, Sergey?
On the forum. You can go to the forum. It's translated into Japanese and
Yes,
Chinese and
yes.
Korean and whatever, and just go there and read it there.
So once you start playing the game, you're being introduced by a beautiful intro that we just skipped very randomly.
Und das ist unsere Spiel.
And now we're going to talk about our Spiels. Spielen or Spielen.
Spiel.
Like the plural of students.
Ich bin Geschäftsführer.
Oh.
Anyway, look. So let's do the recap on the character mechanics.
Yeah.
Every character has 6 stats that do
Yes.
not change through the game. That's health,
Mhm.
intelligence, memory, charisma, willpower, and intuition.
Is there a way I could change the stats though?
Yes, if you get some equipment like this, for example, then they will improve your stats during stat checks, to which we'll get to later on.
Okay, so why do we need the
6 stats. Stats define your skills, the way that you're learning your skills. So let's take
Okay.
a look at this guy, right?
Right.
Learning efficiency in alchemy is 125%.
Wow, pretty efficient. He's pretty into alchemy, I guess. Not as much as he's into healing.
Yeah, healing is 120. That's really nice. But let's find someone who hates something.
There you go.
So for example,
Healing again.
yeah, 82%. 82% is not good, right?
So we have these little arrows that are sort of helping us out. The green ones are showing the that the person loves
Yeah,
to learn this
that's
thing.
the interest level in skill. If you love the skill, you'll be happy practicing that skill. You'll learn it quicker and easier.
Adores. He adores self-control.
Which is the
He
fundamental magic.
loves social magic, and he adores as
It's
well.
a she, but
Oh, it's a she. Atver. All right.
but
all
like
right.
she's great. She's great. You see, she's very
bad.
passionate about a bunch of things, and that's great.
But
and
not
then
really hates.
She hates domestic stuff. Who
Oh,
cares, right?
What are the changes in domestic? We used to
pretty
have
common.
domestic magic. We used to have fundamental magic, and it has changed.
We have now fundamental magic. That's former self-control.
Oh, sorry, practical and
And practical
yeah.
magic is what used to be known as self-control. But I think
Yeah.
that's just confusing the hell out of people. So whatever.
Okay.
So skills. You got 3 groups of skills. You got
Mhm.
literacy, alchemy, artificing, and healing. Then you got astrology, herbology, and geology. And then you get 5 magic skills. That's battle magic, social magic, travel magic, practical magic, and fundamental magic. The
Okay.
skills are leveled up to 15th level. They have to move kind of in synchrony, where the theory cannot exceed practice
Mhm.
more than by 2. So if you, for example, here in astrology, it's
Yeah.
1, you can level up 1 more level
Yeah.
in astrology, and then you'll have to go and practice. 'Cause
You have to go outside and hunt the meat,
and
basically.
do something. Yes.
Yes.
We've thrown into the game, and we're pretty happy with the psychological portrait of a character that
Mhm.
defines the decisions that the characters make during the events. So here you have cautious and
Yeah.
compassionate, and he's compassionate and patient, and she's curious and compassionate and cautious.
But also
It's like
peasant.
3C.
Yeah.
Yeah. So these traits define the decisions that people take during the events, whether
Yes.
or not you want to attack, or investigate, or help people, or respect someone. That is defined by those things.
Yep.
And the leader makes decisions for the whole group.
What about all the stamina, HP, and magic?
Oh yeah. Sorry. And then we show the magic energy supply, which is personal for each character. That's
Yeah.
how much magic they can have in total,
Yeah.
and they spend magic on spells and rituals
Mhm.
and research and some artificing. And then we get stamina, which defines how tired the character becomes
Yeah.
and how much the character spends stamina doing things like
Yeah.
traveling or artificing.
How would you define your stamina right now, Sari?
Very, very low. I am looking forward to, like, after the stream, just going and taking a nap, but I'm
There
gonna
you
take
go.
a nap with Monica and localization files, and
Perfect.
we have to finish translation of traits, and
So
that's
a good example in stamina.
yeah. My
And-
efficiency is low right now.
And the health?
And then you got health points. So here you see he's 15 in health,
Yeah.
and that's 600 hit points.
Yeah.
Once you lose hit points because of an injury or because of a poison or because of an event, this is where it is subtracted, and then every 40 points here means 1 point here. And once you're to 0, you're down to 0, you're dead.
Where else do we see character efficiency on their profile?
Ooh, you're asking hard questions. Yeah, you see, his efficiency is decreased.
Yeah.
I don't know why, actually. He's idle, probably because of that. And everyone else is normal.
Can we
so,
go through the rooms maybe quickly before we go to the map?
Sure.
We have the mage suit. Wow.
I don't know why. I don't know why the expectancy is 1 day.
So we're
I don't
gonna-
know.
we're gonna
I think it's
level-
gonna jump.
You think?
Okay.
Oh,
it's
2
2.
days. Anyways,
So we got-
ignore this. This is supposed to be the other way around.
It actually counts the days of the campaign, I think. So there are 3 levels of threat in the game. One is the
Yeah.
Inquisition, which is looking for you. It's not going to be available in the early access version. The second is the bandits, who will attack your spire. And then you've got your cures, which
Yes.
is killing you by taking away your stamina day after day.
Okay.
Then this is where you manage magic, halls of magic. This is where you read books. Books give you theoretical knowledge.
Yes.
This is where one person
This is-
can teach another.
Yes, this is the auditorium where you can
Yes.
learn your skills.
Yes, and look at those interest levels. So
And-
that is a way a good teacher can inspire students to get
Yes.
interested in something. That is research. Each skill has its own research tree.
Yeah.
Am I talking like a robot?
Yes, let's look at okay, herbology. We can see how many herbs our characters already know, and for example, you can see eye flower or amanita. We know that this plant exists, but we still need to research it basically.
That's
So
a
there are
very good point.
2 stages of knowledge, right?
Discovery and then complete research. First of
Yes.
all, you have to discover that something exists, and then you have to research it.
Let's try researching the mushroom.
What
or
are
something.
these?
Let's
These
try.
are the illnesses.
Let's
Okay.
try researching that mushroom in the herbology or an ointment. Skin ointment. The mage is researching,
Whatever.
and
Alchemy is where you concoct stuff.
yes,
So you can concoct maybe,
we could concoct it, but we don't have enough inventory. You see?
but you can see that it's contained in mushroom ferment and
yes, yes.
Okay.
So
And crafting allows you to manufacture items, which will help you in the events to pass certain stat checks. And then cooking allows you to cook food. Healing allows you to heal people with the help of certain medicine.
yes,
And then that's your warehouse. And then this is where your people sleep. So you need to upgrade to have more. Can we upgrade?
wait. Go to another screen. Just go quickly to another and back. Oh, it's not- okay. You can upgrade your rooms. Every room can be upgraded where you could fit more people into the room, basically. So now we're on the global map. Don't rush. Where are you rushing?
Now we're on the global map.
Where are you going? We're on the global map, and right now Sergei is sending our disciples. And let's talk about the leader for a second. You've assigned one person as a
leader of the team, and that
Yes.
person will make all the decisions based on their psychological traits.
Mhm.
That's how it works. So it's a
Okay.
pretty predictable level, and if you want to control the behavior of your party, then you should choose wisely as your leader.
As our party
Just find
left,
the guy called wisely and choose him as the leader.
as the party left, we can see that their icons have become darker.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yes, so it's a new change, and this way you can clearly see which disciples have left the spire and which are inside. So right now we have
a bunch of quality of life
0.
improvements that we've been making in the past. But the big
Yes.
changes that are hard to describe is the revamp of the whole healing system, making poisons easier to understand, making Diseases, funnier and more specific, more unique, I would say this way.
Also, we can take a look at our alchemical language, right?
Oh, it's a huge thing. I wish you all lots of fun exploring it once we ship the game.
With alchemical language, you can not only brew, for example, mixtures by knowing the correct thing that you need to find, but you can also craft things.
Yes, before we used to craft from specific items, like you needed iron to craft the sword.
Yes.
Now you just need some resource that contains the property of metal, and that's it. And here you need fiber, and you need leather or something, or skin. Yeah, fiber and leather. Yep.
Yeah,
and
it can be anything.
There's a number of things that contain that. So we're basically making sure that there are no bottlenecks in the game, and you're not stuck. Since the game is meant to be very, 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 very replayable, it means that you're starting every time on a different map with different resources next to you, and you could choose different paths. You could solve the issue with alchemy, artificing, or magic. Here is kind of a...
This is an example of our events, for example. Yes.
Yep.
Example of events, for example.
So here's the event where she's got to pass through Stinging Ivy, and she decides to go through. It's a travel magic skill check. She's got a high chance of success.
So what
and
kind
it's
of checks do we have in
1.
general? We have the skill check, stat check, and trait check, right?
Trait checks define how you make the decision during event. Skill check defines the success of an action.
For example, it's an example of a trait check, isn't it?
Stat check defines the scale of the consequence.
Yes, and here...
She found a corpse. She decided to rob the corpse of the items based on her psychological portrait, supposedly. Not sure this works right now, isn't it? We'll see.
So, for example, what kind of trait would she have
She
to
would
rob?
be greedy, or she would be curious. I don't think she was greedy, to be honest. So
let's check.
She was curious. So that's why she did it, but the compassionate thing should have stopped her from robbing the dead body.
So we're still sort of sorting these things out, yes? Look at her mood. Why is she so unhappy?
She isn't happy because she did not sleep comfortably.
Oh, no.
She feels lonely, and she's using disfavored skill, which is, in her case...
domestic magic.
Because she went without any food and she was casting
the
spell of relieving hunger. Yes. Anyway, the psychological traits define the way that you behave in the events.
Okay, let's see our next party. What will they bring?
Next party is stuck somewhere.
New disciple, Kuina.
And we're still behind with localization tags because it says let him in, and it should have been different.
Let's look at her biography as well. How does knowing their biography help us to decide should we let her in or no?
There is a connection, like the skills are generated and the interest level is generated from the events in the character's origin. So you kind of get a basic idea of what to expect. You do not get to review the specifics, but you get a basic idea. And in this case, she's got the control of behavior of the lower forms of life, plants, animals, humans, by an archmage, and that is a unique book.
Whoa!
Very valuable book in monstrology. So I would just accept her because of this book, and then kick her out, and then keep the book.
We want to say that just accept her.
She's got a bedroll. She's got a couple of goats, and she's got some traveler's cloak.
Okay, let's let her. Show us how we kick a person out. Just the button, probably.
I don't want to. I don't want to be a bad guy.
Don't press. Just show the button.
Here.
The expel button.
Yes. That's how you manage the relationship. But let's see. She's very weak. She only has 5 out of 20 in health.
Yeah.
That means that she's not really good for traveling. She's got very low stamina, 350. But she's a strong mage.
Yeah, and she doesn't have any dislikes, which is very good.
And I think she'll be great in artificing, she'll be great in alchemy, and she'll be great in magic, especially because of the high energy. Here are the traits, and they're hidden. They will be revealed once they work out.
So I guess she's a person that you would keep in the Spire.
Absolutely. By all means, she's a valuable character, the book was amazing.
Oh, we have some traits revealed. She's detached and high pain threshold.
Okay, I don't know why. I mean, I have no idea why these traits got revealed. That's something we need
They
to.
just do. They just right now. They
Yeah.
just do.
But let's see. Let's see what this party brings. Come on, 12 days. Are you guys like lame there? Or
No, maybe they found something.
maybe. Let's see.
Arcane porridge.
Yeah, they're pretty unhappy. Okay, let's see. They passed the skill check. They passed the skill check. They found the body.
And they see. Previously, we played on the Russian streams, and everybody were ignoring the dead bodies.
Yeah.
But this time, everyone are looting the dead
So one
bodies.
thing we're fixing right now is we're adding all the effects to the items.
Yeah.
So you can just look at the item like this and see what it gives, and that's it.
Yeah.
We don't want you to guess. We want you to know stuff and to give you power of knowledge. So you play not sort of trying to guess.
So many orals in that place.
And so many snakes. So now we have in the game, I think we have something like 5 events.
Okay.
And by the time the game ships, we will have 50. So that's the major change. That is what we're busy with all these days.
So the efficiency
He's tired.
is slow.
He slept not well. He saw dead bodies.
Oh.
And he is tired. Yeah. So that affects his efficiency. And the same thing here. So basically now will be a good time to produce some bedrolls and to look into the alchemy and see how we can, help them make their life better, basically. And then here we've got probably
dwelling of worlds, yes.
And another
2 dwellings.
Yeah, pretty close by, and then that's it.
Yeah.
And in terms of food, we've got mushrooms and berries, and that's
So
it. So we don't really even have meat.
The level of danger around the Spire, how does that work in the game?
It doesn't work right now.
But what is our vision?
Our vision is that the danger is assigned gradually, and so the farther you go from the Spire, the higher the danger.
Yeah. And plus, the higher the number of rare ingredients, I suppose, right?
Probably, I don't really know. But the way it works is that every disease and every event has its own level of danger value. And it's synchronized with knowledge trees. So we try to balance things out. And we try not to throw in your face a high-level disease where you don't really know how to heal it. That happens. And you can talk to our early players, how they felt when they got a level 5 disease and everyone was still level 1. And people were dying on your hands. So
you can read all the accounts of those beautiful 15 people that are really, really helping us out.
And then you'll
on
realize if you want early access or if you want to wait for 6 months.
Yes.
We strongly encourage people who would like to help us develop this sandbox fantasy mage think survival fodder. And at the same time, we strongly discourage people who
expect a finished
who would like to get a finished product.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not going anywhere away from you. It's going to be there when you want it in 6 months from now, with more features and more everything else. The thing is, right now we talk to the community and we synchronize the way forward and we change the game based on how people play and based on the feedback on the experience and some ideas, and that's very fun for us, and that's very fun for people who like that sort of thing. But I also get it that there are people who don't like that sort of thing and who would like just to get and play, and then that's also perfectly fine with us.
We just want to make sure that people understand what they're getting and all.
We'll keep saying, don't buy this if you don't know what is early access.
You can go to our forums, you can go to our Discord and talk to us. Tell us your opinions, tell us your suggestions, and your hopes and dreams and such. Yes.
The game will ship in Japanese, Chinese, Korean, Russian, and English, and then English and French and German are coming a bit later. And then we don't know when the Spanish is coming, probably a few months from now. And that's about it. The game will be moddable from the first day. We're shipping a mod editor together with the game in early access. And we will gradually expand the amount of stuff that you can mod in the game. It's not going to be huge right now. It's going to keep growing and expanding because we stabilize certain systems, and once we stabilize, we'll let people edit them. It's no good letting you create new diseases if you're going to change disease system later on, and then throw out all the early mods.
Yeah. So I hope you liked our little walk through the game.
I hope you liked us. Please like us.
Not us. You can hate us, but I hope you liked a little walk through the game.
Yes.
And I guess see you next Wednesday for the next stream.
And I've got a T which says monkey picked.
Yes.
I'm not sure it shows.
Sergei is getting ready for his work, and
my tea is becoming more and more hardcore, and I've got a supply of matcha tea. Next week, I am going to be in a different office.
Oh yeah.
So you're gonna be here, all smiles, and I'm gonna be there with a different camera.
Oh my.
I don't know. It's gonna be exciting.
Yeah, he's gonna be in the sunshine and still complaining, right?
Yeah, not really complaining. I mean, the thing is, I would love to sleep for like uninterrupted weekend, and then things are great. You know?
So yeah, sleep is important. Go to our forums Discord, and see you next time, guys.
See you next Wednesday. Thanks for watching.
Bye bye.